Jack Fincham's ex has accused the star of not seeing his daughter in 8 months, saying he needs to take accountability for his absence. Casey Ranger, who is mother to their 23-month-old daughter Blossom, shared a lengthy Instagram post on Thursday as she responded to a recent podcast in which Jack claimed he really wanted to be involved in raising his child. Vowing to get her side of the story out, Casey claimed that Jack had stopped contacting her without any explanation and had not seen their daughter since April 14. She explained, "I feel I've worked so hard to get to the place where I'm at mentally, and I wasn't even sure if I should give any of this my energy. Deep down I have nothing to prove and am okay with being misunderstood. I am okay with people passing judgments based on false narratives. I am okay with people labeling me the bitter mom. I am okay with knowing that lies are being told about me, and I am okay with being the tropic of malicious gossip. My focus is on me, my healing, my daughter and our futures." Detailing her experience of being trolled over her public war of words with Jack in recent months, she added, "I have at times had to share some of the most private details about me and my life with complete strangers to then be judged and misunderstood in the hopes that people would see through the lies, the manipulation and the gaslighting." She then clarified, with regards to his relationship with Blossom, "It's true, he hasn't seen her since April 14. On March 6 this year, after having zero contact with Jack for months on end, he reached out to me for the first time. Then on March 7 I invited Jack round so he could see Blossom for the first time in 9 months. At that moment in time we were very deep in family court proceedings, and I suggested we work on our friendship aside from the court and for him to be a part of Blossom's life. We then agreed that he would see Blossom on a weekly basis. We agreed that he would come round every Thursday, and I made it clear that he was more than welcome to pop round at any time to see his daughter. During this time, I believed we was on the right path to him building a bond/relationship with Blossom and us building a positive friendship." Yet Casey claimed that Jack failed to see his daughter, penning, however, during the very short space of time that he was in her life, this time around, he had already let her down a couple of times, and I let it go due to having a heart and this deep sense of hoping that things would work out for the better, for the sake of his and Blossom's relationship. But as mama who has her daughter's best interests at heart, I acknowledged it with Jack, I noted it in my mind and carried on as normal. Casey then claimed that Jack had invited her to his brother's birthday party but later stopped mentioning it again. She claimed that once she asked if the event was still going ahead, he then ceased all contact with her. Casey alleged, "That was the last time I heard from him, and that was the last time he saw my daughter on April 14, 2021, the day he come round with his mum and his sister. He stopped contacting me, and most importantly he stopped turning up to see his daughter with zero explanation." Casey stated that Jack's mother blocked her number and stated, "I am in no way responsible for her not having a relationship with Blossom. These people really need to take accountability for their actions rather than trying to shift the blame onto me to suit their false realities." She concluded, "The truth is, we all have a story, we all have our own struggles, and we all have unhealed trauma. I too have my own struggles with anxiety and depression and have done for years. I too have also had my own struggles with drugs in the past. This is not something that I have never shared publicly, and it's not because I'm ashamed, it's because it's painful and it's so far from the person who I am today. If I'm honest, it makes me feel sad when I revisit those places because I am reminded of the lost soul that I used to be, and for some reason, it really hurts. My daughter saved my life. One day I would like to share my struggles with you, but for now my focus is on my healing, my daughter, and preparing for university. Mail Online has contacted Jack's representatives for comment. Casey's comments came after Jack revealed he's desperate to be involved in Blossom's life following the news his drug driving charge has been dropped. The former Love Island star, 30, was due to appear in court on December 9 charged getting behind the wheel of his £30,000 Mercedes while under the influence of cocaine and Valium, but the Crown Prosecution Service scrapped his case. Speaking on the Anything Goes podcast, Jack insisted he has moved on from feuding and described Casey as an absolutely brilliant mother. He said, "I really want to be involved in Blossom's life now. Blossom's now probably walking and talking and I'm missing out on all these good things, and I want her to realize I ain't a effing bad person. I've been a D-head, but I'm turning my life around. I want to be a success and I want to be able to give my daughter everything as well. First of all, I want Casey, who is her mum, absolutely brilliant mum, I want her to see the changes I'm making in myself. I want her to see that I'm worthy of being a dad. Over these last few months I've been making steps, making change, doing good things, being a better person." Back in October, Casey claimed that Jack has a non-existent relationship with his daughter and she felt isolated while keeping her pregnancy a secret in case it ruined his career. She also accused Jack of using their daughter to boost his public profile. Casey also claimed Jack did not purchase any Christmas presents and stopped visiting her without explanation. She said Jack is not listed on his daughter's birth certificate and has no legal rights to her, which she said was his decision. Jack fired back with a message he shared on Instagram and shared photos of several gifts as proof he did buy Blossom a Christmas present. The reality star also shared screenshots of messages he claimed were sent by Casey a week apart. One asked for child support payments to be made in cash and said she would drop their daughter off at his house for a few hours every week. The second was a message refusing Jack's request to pick up Blossom unless Casey was also present while he was with her. Despite having seemingly put their differences aside, Jack said on the podcast that Casey's argument is she wants to be there when I see her, adding, "I think I'm going to have to swallow that." He explained he's now turning his life around and going clean after past drugs problems, and he is winning his battles with addiction and depression. He is working on a building site and says he's loving it driving diggers, but added that he's still continuing his career as a celebrity and his management is in talks with various big brands about project ideas. Jack welcomed Blossom 9 months after he split from his Love Island ex Danny Dyer, who he revealed he still cares for. Jack, who on Season 4 partnered with EastEnders actor Danny Dyer's daughter, said their relationship was perfect when they were given no clues about the time and they had no schedules to keep to. He said their love blossomed while they only had to follow the advice from show bosses, that they just needed to think about the present. He explained, "The advice they gave us, they said don't think about what's coming, don't think about who's coming in, don't think about who's leaving, just think about what's happening right in front of you right now." And that's the first time he'd ever done that. That's why I was at my happiest, because I was just living, waking up. All I had to worry about was just going and putting my pants on, or going and having a drink, or going and cleaning my teeth, or going and making some toast. Ooh, how hot is it today? You'll have a dip. Just living in that moment. Going back to the relationship with Danny, when we had phones back and knowing the time, because you don't know the time in Love Island, they keep that away from you, having to be somewhere, me falling back into old ways, that's definitely why we split up. I thought I was well in love. I care about her now. But she had places to be, I had places to be, and it kind of just wasn't working. Because before, how I describe it, it was a holiday romance. When you're on holiday, all you worry about is the next day. As well as still being fond of Danny, Jack said Hess on good terms with many other exes. He said, "All I want is a girlfriend. I want a girl that I can lay and have a chat with, that's why I keep texting my ex-girlfriends. They chat back to me and they all want to meet up with me, but I always end up backing out, because I think in the back of my mind we must have split up for a reason. I want to find someone that I can actually share experiences with, and actually loves me and cares about me with my flaws." Jack's interview came days after his drug driving charge were dropped, just days before he was due in court. Prosecutors claim Jack was found to have 239 micrograms of benzoylecgonine, a byproduct of cocaine, per liter of blood when he was stopped a mile from his home in Swanley, Kent. The limit is 50 micrograms. They say he also had 632 micrograms of diazepam, the chemical name for the sedative Valium, per liter of blood when the limit is 550. However, a statement from his lawyer read, "Ultimately, the Crown were unable to present any reliable evidence to prove that Mr. Fincham had drugs in his system." Mr. Fincham denied the allegation. He is, therefore, not guilty of the offences charged and will not be required to attend court again in relation to this matter. Since his court case has allegedly been dropped, it's now said that Jack plans to work on himself and reinvent his image, with the TV star concentrating on his charitable efforts. Jack initially appeared in court back in July after his 2-year-old white Mercedes C200 AMG was stopped on the B2173 on January 4, according to the charge sheet. He was charged with 2 counts of driving a motor vehicle with a proportion of a specified controlled drug above the specified limit.